Can somebody talk to me? Can somebody? I don't hear. Yeah. Check. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. And the live commentary as well? Okay. Wow.
Well, good morning and welcome to Fiji, everybody. We're here at Cloudbreak out on the tower. I'm here sitting next to Anna Marie.
Bula, welcome. It's very exciting to be here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There we are, we're on screen. We've got the visuals out there and we've got the main camera shooting out there and we've got some amazing conditions. We've got logo to mast height waves. We've got the first heat coming through. All the Australians are having a crack. Finn Mellon is holding the international field.
Yep.
And he's running through. We're in the wind here. It's a very strong wind today.
I know. The winds are kind of off and on. It feels really windy up in the tower on the water. It died down a little bit, but there's amazing rides. It will clean up the waves, which we love. Another former Dutchie, Westra, is on the water. I'm getting to know some new people here, which is awesome. And
George Westra is from New South Wales. He's one of the top wave sailors on the East Coast. We've got a number of the really good wave sailors on the East Coast of Australia who've come out for these challenger rounds.
Yeah.
George had a big go at a big set and he went aerial and had to bail out. It was pretty spectacular, so good to see us having a crack. We've also got Logan from Newcastle, who's out there on a north sail. We've got Finn Mellon from Ireland, who's ripping out there and doing very, very well. And who's our other person?
Then we got
Malta from Denmark.
Exactly.
Malta's been taking some beautiful photos, but he's been ripping too, huh?
I know. Yesterday I saw this guy swimming. Next moment he's rigging and out sailing. Got some great footage and we see the nice little set here on the line, on the horizon.
Some of the waves that are coming through today show early signs of the big swell that's coming.
Yeah, a couple pre-runners, and generally was a little smaller yesterday. It was a little stormy. We had some stormy systems, lots of rain. It's funny being in Fiji and we were all a little chilly. But definitely it's moving in towards the right direction with some big swell on tap.
We've got
Thursday.
A particularly strong south swell that's been coming through. It's been well forecast. Everyone's been looking at it for a while. And it's just starting to show itself now. There are 3 or 4 different swell directions coming through, but this one's really starting to show itself strong. I think it's exciting to see all these hugely talented wave riders out here who have been frothing for this moment.
By the way, Logan jumped into first place.
Hey.
Finn, who was the Irish lad who was in first, dropped to second. Still in a good place to be. Oh, somebody riding here. That looked like Finn getting a huge wind gust blowing him off the back of the wave. That's the trickiness with the offshore winds, to stay in front of that wave. And he's water starting and peeking out the back with a big set coming. Yeah, he's all right. So we have Michael George. George is Nick's name.
Yeah, George.
Shout out to my friends in Ireland. Everybody's George. Oh, there's somebody on the wave. No, getting blown out.
That's a Severn sail there. We're just waiting to get into the mix.
Yeah, it's kind of the trick today to set up deep, so you get at least in that wave, and you can then either ride it casually or when it does what Cloudbreak does, and the second half starts to bowl up for it to go super fast. That's
the race.
That's the race.
We're getting the beautiful Fiji colours in these waves. You can see the backlit, gorgeous blues. It's just exquisite. That's the north sail of Logan coming through there. He's looking at getting on one. He's just changed his mind. Heading out there. I think that's Finn Mellon heading out there over that little wave.
Yeah, and you can see how offshore it is. I'm the offshore announcer here, but you see the massive gust of the couple waves of his barreling. Beautiful. All right. The riders, there are 9 minutes left in this heat. Yeah, earlier today it was a little bit more sideshore, a lot more constant wind. And yeah, we're just waiting for that cleaner condition a little bit later in the day.
You can see the athletes are sailing very much across the break now. That's how offshore it is.
Yeah.
And it's strong, as Anna Marie was saying. It means that the sail's getting ripped out of people's hands when they hit the top of the wave.
Right.
It's getting happening more and more. So they're having to control that and learn about that. And so for some people who've sailed here a lot, they've had this experience before. But for people who've perhaps only had the warm-up earlier today,
I think it's
quite challenging.
Finn maybe on that wave, trying to pump on, kind of down the line. Man. Yep, get in front of it. Nope, he got blown off the back.
And you can see the two swells that are, well, at least two swells.
Yeah, they're a little mixed.
Yeah, they're now starting to come close together, which is not the actual period of the main swell, but it's the consequence of the overlapping swells. There we go. What do we got there?
Big shout out to Fiji, the FBC crowd who's getting us live here on the tower. And we got a wipe out and the ski is on it. Yeah.
Was that Finn?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
yeah,
there it goes.
That was...
That's Logan getting blown off the top of that wave, as we were talking about. It's getting offshore and it's getting really hard to read. That's a really good example of what's going on. Logan's an extremely good sailor. So for him to be losing control like that, it's pretty hard. That's pretty full on. That just got ripped out of his hands, didn't it?
Oh my gosh, I mean, everybody's drooling over this wave. It's just such a beautiful wave to sail and surf. I mean, we actually had to send the surfers out of the water. Not fun for them, but great for the windsurfers. It's amazing how I feel the gods are blowing some good mana into the windsurfing life. In Hawaii, we had flat conditions, storms, rainy, and for the 3 days of competing, it was beautiful. Here on Fiji, it was flat for weeks. And here we are blessed with the waves. So
we really have been incredibly lucky, haven't we? I mean, we should count our lucky stars. These are the sort of things you don't take for granted. You just be very humble and thankful that we're getting these good conditions.
Exactly. Really hoping for that wind to stay in as much that we can run on the heats that we have today.
Well, we should be good today. I mean, this heat's coming to a close in about 3 minutes. I think it's now 3:54 p.m. here in Fiji, and this one will end at 3:57.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a 3-minute break, and the next heat will start at 4 o'clock. So these guys have got a little bit of time to make their things happen. So who's in the lead right now, Anne-Marie?
Well, really hoping for George and Malta to get another wave on the board, on the scoreboard.
Logan from Newcastle, Australia's east coast city, just north of Sydney. He's leading with 11.24. And we've got Ireland's Finn Mellon in second place on 11.03.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid in a distant third and fourth, we have Michael Westra on 5.6 because he's been having some wipeouts, and Malta in the same sort of problem. He's on 3.27. So they've both been having a really tough time today, but the two leading people in this heat are doing very, very well. And Michael and Malta are excellent sailors, so they're having a really tough time out there. They were ripping in the warm-up.
They were. Yeah. So much good action going on in the warm-up. It's exciting to watch live from this beautiful tower with this amazing views all in 360.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
So this heat will be closing in a little bit.
I keep calling it Michael. It's George. I keep forgetting.
I know. All the lokes tell me that he's actually George amongst his peeps, but.
George was the president of the New South Wales Windsurfing Association for a little while there, and he and all the people on the East Coast have done a lot to support things. Yeah.
And what I like is they're here with the older peers, so it's almost like a generational gathering of the offspring ripping it up here, and even the older crew. I think we're going to see him in the next heat. Progressing in his 50s was one of the quotes that I got as some information, and they do a lot for the youth. They really help the sport have really positive influence on these kids' lives.
Particular shout out to Jason Juretic, who's the long-standing president of the New South Wales Wave Sailing Association, who's done a lot of work with kids. He puts on youth.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Teaching festivals, and he's really been putting in a huge effort. It's just terrific. Yeah.
And that will aspire to more riders coming to the tour.
Absolutely. It's all about feeder systems, isn't it? It's all about having fun at the grassroots level.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about building all those communities around the world. It's one of the things that we're hoping that the tour can inspire, is that with the 1 to 5 star thing, the 1-star events can start to be part of schools and coaching and kids and all that sort of stuff. So really build it up.
Because it's the passion. The passion is not linked to what star of the event it is. There's sometimes just as much passion as at a 5-star event as a 4 or 3 or 2, and that community is so important.
Absolutely.
You can see that everywhere around the world. So yeah.
Well, I think we might have just had an end of the heat there. So let's read out the final results. I think, assuming the judges aren't doing any more final tweaking to this, so it looks like we have Logan from Newcastle on his North Sails, looking very, very strong. In first place with 11.24. Finn Mellon from Ireland, champion on his Goya equipment, coming in second place. And those two will advance to the Challenger final. And then we've got Michael Westra and Molt Ogeland, who will have a second chance.
Right. Yeah, the Challenger is after the first female final.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, that's the end of that heat. They've called it, so that's the result. And the next heat is coming up with who have we got in it? We've got Duncan Osborne from Australia's East Coast, Peter Poole from Australia's East Coast, Jason Juretic from Australia's East Coast. We just talked about him. Johnny Price, originally from Ireland, who has just become a Fijian citizen.
Oh,
and is
no
sailing
way.
for the first time under the Fiji flag. Go Johnny.
Yes.
Oh, we had a wipeout. Oh, who was that? It was a red sail. Well, the heat hasn't started yet, so
this is a 3-minute warm-up.
We're in the intro.
Or not the warm-up, the 3-minute transition. Get the people from the last heat to get back to their boats. And all the sailors from the second heat, they can make their way upwind, ready in position to go.
Yeah, they'll all be maneuvering their way out there. Can you see them out the back there, Anne-Marie?
Yeah, I can see them from the tower here.
Yep.
They're way upwind. Yeah, that's. It looks like we're looking right at them, but they're way more to the left of us to really catch that first bit of swell that will.
So Duncan's out there on his hot sail, on the white sail. Who else can we recognise? Johnny has generally been on Severn. Not sure if he's on Severn right now. He might be on Goya now. We'll have to wait until they come in a bit closer. All the judges do, of course, have all their equipment details. They know them.
Yeah. That was their warm-up too today.
Yeah, exactly.
Jessica Chris being the head judge. She was with her binoculars and getting it all down. Great to have her on board.
Yeah, Jess is a big experienced player to be head judge. It's really excellent.
Many Olympic titles, right?
She's represented Australia at 5 Olympic Games.
What?
First one in 1984, and then in 2000, and then 2004, 2008, and 2012.
Wow.
Just remarkable. So
I remember reading about Jessica in the magazines, being a super excited younger windsurfer, and then I got to meet her years later, and she still seems to be a frother.
She's a total frother. Mad King.
Oh. All right. We're not on yet. I'm just trying to.
Record.
Okay.
No. Oh, yeah. Beautiful image there.
I think. That could be.
It's a Severn sail.
George, maybe getting back to the boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to have to come in and have a heat break, or 2 heat breaks, and then he'll have to get back out there and try it again.
Exactly. Somebody on the wave here. Also maybe sailing back. No.
Oh, that's Duncan Osborne on the hot sail, ripping it up out the back on the left-hand side of your screen.
Nice. Bottom turn, top turn.
I
like it. It's just so great to get that in the beginning of the heat.
Yeah, he's taking a small wave, but he's milking it for some points, and that's a nice, safe thing to do.
Exactly.
Having watched the last heat where 2 of the players who are very seasoned and experienced people ended up not scoring great points.
Who do we have on the heat there with the yellow sail? hard to see. See, big offshore gut, but Maiden rode it all the way.
That could be Peter Poole.
Yep, could be. Okay, yeah, that must be.
Must be
I have
Peter,
a couple
I
of
think.
different write-ups here.
Yep.
And a nice one. Okay. So we have Bernd Roediger being one of the other judges.
Yeah, we've got Robbie Swift, Bernd
Robbie
Roediger,
Swift.
and Jessica.
And Russ.
And Russ Farrow over there building all the tech.
Okay, yeah. Here we
There's
go.
Who's that? Oh, that's a nice turn.
Very
That's
nice.
very nice.
Staying with it. Keep going right out of that. And
Okay.
he's down.
So it's a blue-red Severn. Who was that? Was that Jason Juretic or is it Johnny Price?
I'm going to get that right up from Jason himself. Okay, they're heading back out. Well, at least they're catching waves. Got a couple scores on the board. Really trying to get the scores up here on our end. I'm going to do another peek here. First day of the official Maui Fij Surf Pro.
Fij Surf Pro. It's a big
Fiji's-
one. It's an exciting thing to be back here. The last time we were here was in 2023, and before that in 2022. So much excitement on those 2 days and those 2 events. 2023 was so incredible. We thought we'd never be able to top that. We just went, okay, well we'll park that as extraordinary. Here we go.
Is that Jason? Nice. Keep in front of that, and yep.
What
Keep on
beautiful
going.
waves. You're going to have another
nice
turn.
little speed on that wave. Another yeah, that was his second wave, and we're losing. Okay,
Oh,
we're
he's
back. He's still riding.
Well,
That
he got
was
a couple of
awesome.
turns there. That was pretty good.
Everything counts. Okay, so going to a couple updates here. Norse is not Logan.
The
Alright.
wind is certainly strong. These guys are having a blasting
I
time out
know.
there. There we go. Look at that.
Awesome. We're
That'll
back
be
at the
Duncan again.
broad
I think on
view.
The white hot sail. Duncan's one of the top sailors on the east coast of Australia. Oh, he's chosen not to pull that one, pulling out.
Yeah. There's always, we know there's better waves out there. And if you go on a small one, if you're going a small one and you end up close to the reef, that's not really a good idea. You may as well wait for one that's proper. We have half-an-hour heats or 27 minutes with 3-minute transition. So, you have time to catch a good one. And there's another mediocre wave coming. It's really hard to see on our end who this is. Apologies. And it was not good enough. Not good enough. Kicking back out. But at least they're getting in a rhythm, Sailing around, picking up a couple small ones, heading back out to hopefully get a set, because we know they're out there for sure. And I have duotone, so this must be Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And here comes Duncan again. He's found a wave that he likes.
very nice. He's working with Jeff on his sails. Nice top turn. Keep that
Go,
speed
Dun.
up. Awesome. Quick little turn to stay with it. Alright, and we can see these wind gusts, but he's handling it well. 3-turn combo. And what do we have here on the end? Maybe a little aerial perhaps, or looks like we're kicking out. There's Yes,
There he
nice
goes.
aerial. We did
Oh.
get an air. It's going down. At least there was some action. Kai Kachadorian would talk a lot about the shish kebab area. And the tide's getting a little lower. So we have Severn sail, doing a couple more turns. That was...
The ocean's gone a bit quiet for this heat, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. It's so sometimes a bit tough. Like in my experience, a lot of times one heat, the waves are up, the other waves are a little bit down. It's really that give and take almost, a little yin yang. But if you have that heat when the waves are dropping, that's a bummer. And then it's a good art to stay positive and know that probably at the end of your heat.
Yeah. Well, hopefully those guys can get some better waves.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting a little sun popping down on the tower.
It's just coming through here. It's getting blinding, isn't it?
Yeah, we're getting the sunnies up. It's the other way, probably. Other way, yeah. That's yeah.
There
we got it. We're visible again. Oh, there's a set on the horizon.
Oh, Duncan's on it again, and Peter is on the one out the back. Duncan's on this first one. Let's see.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Another good top turn. He's got a good hack on those top turns. Oh, look at that beautiful wave.
That is. And then we have.
Okay,
I
out
think
the back there.
Peter is Peter
Duncan
up
on the
there.
inside. Oh,
Ooh,
Duncan's gone.
nice. Getting confident at
Peter's
the end.
At the back. Okay. Well, there were some better waves that came through there.
Absolutely. So. All right. It's funny. Oh yeah, there we go. I think that could be Peter again. Get in front of that wave. He's getting blown away, so he's got to jibe, go back out to go pick up something else, and look at the rest of that wave. There was still a little meat on that bone, but it was just impossible to drop in front of it. Unfortunately.
It's a super high performance situation here with a strong wave. It's very offshore and strong wind.
Yeah, I just peeked over the railing here, and I saw Peter wanting to sail out through all that whitewash.
Did he get
it? No, he's down.
We've got the rescue craft in there, hovering on the edge of them, just ready to pick them up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so grateful for the guys on the ski. Vinaka, mahalo, thank you. Those are the two words in Fijian that I know. The Bula and Vinaka. You learn them on the plane.
You can put them together, Bula Vinaka.
Yeah, so I translate them at aloha and mahalo. Then you got it.
These guys are in the early part of this heat now. It's 4 minutes and 9.
I know.
4:09. So they've had 9 minutes running through.
Already quite a bit of action going down.
Indeed. Now these guys will be all making the most of their time out at Cloudbreak in the competition. They've competed extensively on the east coast and the west coast of Australia, all of them, but this is the first time that they've competed. George competed in 2023, but the others, this is their first time, so it's pretty exciting for them. I think they're just trying to pack in as many waves as they can.
Just kind of going back and forward to my information here. I had some... Pretty fun fact for Peter being out there. Lifelong windsurfer, grew up at the Baltic Sea in a windsurfing family. It's been they all wrote a little blurb about what's going on. Been sailing in Klipmuller, Denmark, Canary Islands.
Oh, well, here we go. Now this isn't Peter. This is the Severn. So who's this one?
Good question, Simeon.
Is it Jason?
We normally. Oh yeah.
leading up to now, it's been almost exclusively logo to Mars.
It's very small, but at least he's riding.
It's a lovely turn.
Couple turns in, yeah. 2 turns. Is this wave going to set up for a third, or what's going on? And he's kicking out. All right.
All right, these guys are hunting for waves. You can see them coming in a bit, deciding no, and heading back out.
Yeah, there's even staying fairly up wave where the waves are starting to break, which you can see right now, just to position themselves.
Like, is this a better set coming through now, perhaps?
Yeah.
This looks nice. Oh, they're in the water. Oh dear, they must have had a difficult offshore gust to throw them down. They missed that wave.
Exactly. I'm going to check that.
So there's one more wave at the back of this set of this
great.
funny little
We actually
set.
have...
You got the scores there. There we go.
yeah, the scores are
They're
up.
coming.
So Duncan leading so far.
No,
No, this is still not... Oh.
yeah. I think Duncan would be leading if I had to take a punt at it. I'd say he's been sailing the best. He's got at least 3 waves with really good top turns
Right,
across all of
maybe
them.
not all the scores have come in.
And then he had that aerial at the end of the last one, which he bailed out on. But he's been sailing very well.
Yeah, we're just to we're this is the first couple hours of the live. We're working on a couple technical challenges here, just to know why there's certain names not in play. The same for us. So we know the time, we know the schedule, we know what's out there, what's going on. But yeah.
It's 4:13 now, so they're 13 minutes into this heat. We apologise for there's no graphic on front of the screen to show you the names and the scores and the timing, but we can tell you that it's 13 minutes past 4, which means they're 13 minutes into this heat.
Yeah.
This heat will end at 4:27, so they're
Exactly.
exactly halfway.
Yeah.
And this is a battle to try and make out of the challenger rounds and into the main bracket with all the big guns for the advanced seeds.
We'll get
These
that
guys
tomorrow.
have travelled all the way here to try and have that shot, and they're pushing themselves. The people who come in the top 2 in these first round heats for the challenger men, they advance straight to the challenger final, and the 3rd and 4th riders jump into a redemption round for the challengers.
Right.
So that means out of those 4 riders who are then mixed, 1 gets a chance to join that challenger final of 5 people, and then 4 of those 5 people advance to meet the advanced seeds.
Amazing.
So they're all trying really hard to get into that challenger final.
And when we're talking about the women, the next wave is coming up. We have a smaller fleet. We know that there's the Canary Islands with a lot of 5-point events on the other side of the world.
Well, here we go.
Very good.
Look at some image. Red sail small. Look, it's a double up wave.
Yeah.
Nice little top turn. That looks like Peter Pool's style, if I'm right. I'm not sure, but
Now there's a bigger wave.
no, he's on
behind him.
duotone, so that's not Peter. No.
No. Going back to. Could it be Jason?
That's Jason Juredic. Look at
Yep.
his sail. Look, his sail numbers at the top there.
Yep.
JJ.
Nice, Jay. Got a
done.
wave on a board.
Well done,
Couple.
Jace.
Yeah.
Good job.
You
That's
know,
a nice little
it's,
image there, isn't it?
As we saw earlier, it's already quite an achievement to catch the wave, be in front of it with this offshore wave, and then to ride and perform. There's a lot of elements that have to come together, especially on an offshore end of the day heat like we have going on right now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But they're moving. You know, some guys and girls, they prefer the barely any wave.
Yeah.
The offshore, you know, it's all about the wave riding, and that's probably why it's called what it's called.
Now on that one, on the right hand side, we've got Peter Poole and his duotone. On the left hand side, we've got Duncan Osborne. We've just seen Jason Juredic on the pink, and that must mean that's Johnny Price coming in on the Severn now.
Righto. Go, Johnny. Yep, he's setting up. He's got it. He's got the wave. Nice. Stay in front of it. Nice little turn. Wow.
Oh! That offshore breeze has taken out another one, blown them out of the back of the water, and Johnny's
I know,
an experienced guy.
that was looking so good.
Oh, and here comes Duncan. Let's see if he can hold his top turn and bring himself back into the wave despite this offshore breeze.
Nice.
Oh,
That
chose
was
to
a good
turn.
hack. I like
early,
that.
keeping himself deep in the pocket and deep in the wave, so he's not getting blown out the back.
Exactly, and he's still on that wave. It's almost like that second part of the wave is kicking in. What
Ooh,
a speed!
beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, is he going to get clipped?
Yeah,
He's
oh
going to get
my-
clipped. Oh, he's down. Oh,
That
Duncan.
looked so promising for a while, and he's getting eaten, unfortunately. But we should still have enough tide in the water that there's not too much issue for the reef.
The
If
gladiatorial conquest.
I know. If it gets a little too low, you cannot sail over the reef. Like
Right.
yesterday, you saw a bunch of sailors coming in to the flats and still sailing back out on it. That's the most fortunate situation. You can see him right there.
Yep.
Give it another half an hour, that may be an issue.
Yep.
But the ski is right with him. Yesterday there were no skis, so Jager's stone went on the rocks, or on the rocks. I'm talking Hokipa, on the reef 3 times.
On the shish kebabs.
Shish kebabs. He's got a little grating there. But he was all right this morning. I'm like, you got it out of the way. Sometimes
Yeah,
you just need to go on to feel that it's actually not that bad.
Johnny's out of trouble there. The jet ski got him out. I think his gear
Yeah.
is still locked into that wave, so they'll have to find a safe spot to get him out there. But one problem at a time. The person is safe. That's the most important.
That's most important. This is a pretty good overview that we have right now. With the amount of sailors, maybe some people already moving slowly in there of heat number 3. That could be Maria on her hot sails trying to kind of, and a Jane. But
Yeah.
about them in a little bit. It's not their time yet.
Here we go, out the back. We've got is that Johnny again?
Yeah,
Is he-
sailing out still.
Okay. And Johnny on the left hand side on the Severn, and then we got Peter Paul on the duotone.
Right, and it looks
that's
like
Jason
Peter
Juredic on the pink.
is just turned around and trying to catch this.
This is Peter Paul trying to catch a wave out the back.
Yeah, but he's
not gonna get that.
on that, unfortunately.
We've got very offshore conditions, which even though we're way out in the ocean, classically offshore conditions mean it turns offshore and you get the better angle, but it starts having the land interfere with the focus of the wind, and it
Yeah.
starts to be gusty. Here we're way out in the ocean. We don't have a land problem with it turning offshore, but it is nonetheless also getting gusty, which is curious.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a nice view of all the sailors. We're almost looking at the channel where all the boats are parked. That is such an experience, being on a boat, rigging your gear on that boat, jumping off the boat. I got to do it yesterday just to get a bit of a feel for the Portac conditions.
When was the last time you sailed Portac, Anne-Marie?
Gosh, I used to sail Maggie's all the time,
Yeah.
Portac. That was my favorite
Where?
tech. And what's that?
Where?
Margaret River.
Okay.
And beautiful wave. And then lately, like last 2 summers ago, I had 1 hour in Scheveningen in the Netherlands. To somebody lent my friend Robin lent me the equipment. He's like, go out. I'm like, yes. And just to bottom turn the other way, you're like, what is going on? Like it definitely takes a little bit to switch back.
Zwengel is a famous place. I'm not going to say the name correctly. I'm sure you'll get it far better than I, obviously. But it's a famous place for early World Cup days in windsurfing, isn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah.
Yeah, huge.
Very much,
Yeah.
yeah. With the slalom, the racing, wave sailing.
Back in the late 80s, that was one of the 4 really major events in the world,
Yeah.
and sometimes 5.
Yeah.
That was La Torche and Silt, and sometimes Hawaii. And it was a huge place.
It was. I remember
huge
going,
crowds on
trying
the
to get the autographs of all the pros and Robbie Nash, and I didn't even get an autograph. Like, no, the line was too long. Got booted out. So my brother actually signed my fin.
Huge.
Yeah.
Did you know that it was him who signed it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was really trying to stand in line for an autograph from Robbie Nash. Yeah, didn't get it.
Okay, Peter Paul is pulling on a little wave here. Okay, he's got, again, it's not a big wave, but it's a lovely, clean,
It's a
long
wave,
one.
and some are little growers.
It's a head
That's
high,
a
nice
beautiful
top turn,
wave.
strong turn. Well done,
You
Peter.
know, kind of under that lip, a nice
Yep.
little hack. I'd be stoked with one of these.
Yep.
You know, especially in this round where it's not a given that any wave you see is yours.
Well, also, you really want to be in the top 2 in this front heat, because this is the guaranteed way to get into that Challenger finals before you get
Absolutely.
in. That's what you really want.
Yeah. All right. couple minutes left. How much are we looking?
It's 4:21 now. We stop at 4:27, so they've got just under 6 minutes left.
Okay.
And so that's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
We'll just see how they go with everything.
6 minutes, a lot can happen. If you're in the right spot with the right wave, it can change the heat. It's
Absolutely.
it can be total game changer.
Oh, here we go. Johnny Price coming in.
Yes. Hit it.
Blown out.
God, hit it, but
He's
hold on.
wanting to get that image just like Marsilio Braden. Big shout out to Bra.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. No, it was no near as spectacular as Bra one. That was pretty spectacular.
It was. I hope he's safe.
Yeah, he's swimming out to his gear. He's fine.
Yeah,
He's moving
the jet
well.
ski is already approaching him. We've
Good.
got some crew from Maui on the skis.
Yes, we have the wonderful Vince, who's flown out here to be with his great friend
really?
Ian. Vince is a
Amazing.
real strong waterman from Hawaii, and we're really
And fireman.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have him here. He's been here before with us doing safety, and he's just an incredibly solid, reliable, mega experienced guy. So he's working with Ian Muller, who's our event director, who's similarly super experienced.
And his wife, Annette, is a great sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely family.
Yeah. So she's probably watching.
Yeah, Annette. You were a huge forward loop master.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember her being pregnant, still windsurfing.
And doing forward loops?
I'm not sure about that, but
Very cool, though.
she was that beginning mom stage, which I recognize right now, and I was free as a bird sailing all the time. She's like, man, you're so lucky. Now I relate with that, but I'm also lucky to be a mom, so
Yeah.
it's the toss-up,
You
right?
could do a shout out to your son.
Jaden, love you so much. Hope you're watching, and if not, he's road tripping now in California.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, with Dad. Shout out to Dad too.
Excellent.
They're a cool team, having a
Having
lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay, we got just under 3 minutes left in this heat.
Yeah, it's getting down to the wire right now. And, we feel all that wind, we see it all, but when you peek out to the windsurfers, which is lucky we have this view, it's really putt-putting upwind.
Yep.
And then when they're on the wave, they're almost getting blown out the back. So it's really a weird combination. Like, it's hard to sail when it's like that.
It looks seriously hard.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the wave surface, look at that. The waves are beautiful.
Stay
That's
on
Peter
it.
Poole
That's
and his duo
Peter.
tone.
See, they're all collecting. I'm hoping we have the live heats back, which we don't yet. So it's hard for us to see the scores.
Peter Poole's out there. He had not a bad little ride there. I mean, he's building up points. He's not sort of setting the earth on fire, but he's doing okay.
Exactly.
It's going to be tough to know who goes through this heat,
Yeah. Well, at the end of the heat, there's a little transition time. One of us can run up to the judges and get the results, and then we can at least share it with everybody.
I'd be assuming that from what we've seen, it would look like, and we're not the judges, so we're not making the call, but it does look like Duncan would have sailed very well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then Peter has sailed very well. He's been on a lot of waves.
Yeah, pretty consistent.
And Johnny has had some really radical waves, but he's crashed a bit. So I don't know where that leaves him with scoring.
Crash and burn. So we don't know what really.
And then
what they get.
Jason's again has had a few nice waves, but he also had a bit of a wipeout. So I don't know where those wipeout waves have given scores.
Yeah, but we could be fairly confident that the first people, Duncan and who did you said Peter and Duncan, most likely made it through.
I would assume.
Yeah,
be my guess, and that's the way they're seeded.
I'd be surprised if that was not the case.
I would also. The seeding ranking, which takes the 18 months of every 1 to 5 star result that you've got, and then takes your best 3 results for women and best 4 results for men. This is the seeding order. So it says the seeding said Duncan Osborne was the highest ranked. Peter Poole in this heat, and then Jason Juredick, and then Johnny Price. Johnny Price is actually very, very good. His seeding is a bit distorted because he hasn't been in many competitions living in Fiji. This is the only one he gets to do.
Yeah, lucky. He's living 3K up the road or something, I hear, and gets to train a little bit, and some of the boys are hanging with him, which is amazing.
Yeah, he's hosting a few of the boys. He's looking after everyone.
Yeah.
He loves everyone coming out here. Johnny's a huge Fiji convert.
Amazing.
Loves it here.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And in the previous heat, we had Logan, who was from Newcastle, but he has a little house that he hosts a bunch of the guys in as well, down near Frigates.
We got action.
Action.
So that would be Peter.
That's Johnny Price in front.
Peter's in the back.
Peter
you cannot take that
Peter's
wave.
pulled off. And then that's Jason Juretic behind
Yeah,
him.
come on, Jason.
Peter's doing well, charging down the line on the
He's on
inside.
somewhat
He's
of
got
a
good
double
run.
up. Yep.
He's got a clean run. Peter's pulled it, and then Jason's waiting for this wave to grow into itself. It's not quite head high; it's about shoulder high, but he can still pull some
Yeah,
lines.
it's at least a couple turns on the scoreboard here.
Got closed out there, though. I don't know how many points he's managed to score there. Jason is a very, very good sailor, but reading Cloudbreak is
It's hard.
Yep.
I was very confused yesterday out there, just to look at the guys and girls. They're like looking so on, and then being out there, and it's almost like there's two waves happening. It's not as easy as some people make it look like.
It's certainly not. I mean, you've had a lot of experience sailing Margaret River, which is
Yeah.
also a very challenging wave.
Yeah.
At least as hard as here, maybe harder, actually.
Right. And I think how hard it is also depends what you want to get out of the wave.
Right.
Because it's somewhat easier, I feel, to kind of set up and do that one, if you're lucky, 2-turn on the shoulder. But here, you have to be deeper to really set up for that first couple good turns, and then you can, even if you're lucky, connect with that end bit here. So
Yeah.
Cloudbreak has that amazing potential.
Yeah.
Way more many turns on the left. I thought Margaret River was always a left until WSL started surfing there, and all of a sudden it was a right. I'm like, what? So it's not the case here.
Well, it's very hard for windsurfers to turn it into a right, but we have to go with the wind. But yeah, WSL's got a stellar reputation in both places, which is fantastic, and we're sitting on the tower that they built. So we're very
Amazing.
grateful for them building that.
Yeah,
very
and I
grateful.
heard there was also cooperation with the Reef program here on Fiji. So
Yeah.
they're trying to do it right.
That's
they
right.
have respect for the nature, for the reefs, for the fish, for all that.
Yeah, and that starts with some basic things where the old tower that was built here that was wiped away, it got worn out and eventually got blown away by a big storm. But the first thing that they did was to rebuild on the old footings rather than
Amazing.
damage any new parts of the reef. So that was smart. They've also, again, like the last time, they've built in timber. These are all treated poles from like telegraph poles, so that rather than it being steel and rusting, which would be no good, obviously, out in the ocean. So the timber lasts a good long while. It has flex, it moves, it breathes. It's also all organic material, so if it breaks down, it sort of just goes into nature and it's all okay.
Right.
So that's a big way of, those two big things about doing the right thing. And then, of course, there's having the local village, Momo and Nabila, who are custodians of this tower between these big events. And they look after it and they help it, and, they sort of...
I happened to meet two parents from their daughter who is really active in the Fiji reef rebuilding program. So we got to talk, and it just makes me so happy how many people are coming in action for the environment.
Yeah.
You know, we take the waves, but we have to give back. That's the only way.
And now that heat will have finished now, and we're just in the interim heat
yeah.
break period, so we're waiting for the next one to come on. And the next heat, Hannah.
Okay,
is
heat number 3.
drum
That is
roll.
the first final of the women.
Yeah.
That already sounds really final.
Well, we've
It's
got
not
to...
finals day, but that's how the system works here. I'm just going to peek over to Jess and
check it
get
out,
some
see if you can get
scores
those
so we can
results.
share some information.
That'd be great. Okay, we've just gone 4:30, and that means the women's heat has started. This is the first of 3 women's finals. One will be run. Yes, Anna Marie, we've got updates.
Yeah, we got updates. Very exciting.
Okay, tell us.
It's what we thought was going to happen. Duncan got first.
Yep.
Peter got second.
Excellent.
John got third, and Jason is fourth. And just talked to Russ. There's a little technical challenges with the live heats. a crash, the program. It's kind of your worst nightmare.
Fantastic.
When you're behind the scenes and trying to make it work. But today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Russ is working hard, so
Well, the good thing is we've got this action on the screen. We've watched those two first men challenges heats, and now we're seeing the women's come through here. That looks like young Sarah Kenyon to me.
Yeah.
Wearing a helmet, I believe, and riding a very small Severn sail. She has just come out of... She's the current reigning under-18 girls champion. There's Maria.
Looks like Maria on the hot sails.
Maria's a powerful force on the tour.
For sure. Nice bottom turn. And a good turn,
strong.
top turn. That looks good. Stays close to the lip after that turn. Making the most of...
Now that's the end of that wave.
And she kicks out. Well...
That was good.
Starting off the heat, getting a good turn in. That was a fairly decent wave.
Knock it in. Get the score.
Got it on the clock.
Yeah, radio.
On the board. On the clock, on the board.
Puts a little bit of pressure on Jane and Sarah now, who are both on Severn and waiting for their waves.
But what a joy, having 27 minutes.
Oh, so nice.
So,
and
there's Jane.
Now, Jane would have to be the hot favourite to win this, wouldn't she?
I would say so. She's so experienced, so fearless, so dedicated. I mean, I could go on and on. Been doing a bunch of trips with Jane back in the day, but even caught up with her in Maui over the last few years. She stayed with me a little bit the first time she came back to Maui, and now we're roomies. And she's just on it, you know. Boat rides early, on the water, long hours. That's Jane. Nice turn. That was really smart of her to turn around for this kind of end bowl kind of a wave. Nice. She hacks into the lays into it. And kicks out. Oh no, that was Sarah.
Maria's found something. And Sarah's going
See, there's
back
a
out
lot
for
of action going on. Maybe she can catch the next one.
Well, this will be a bit of a priority question, but there we go. Let's focus on Jane first. Nice internal turn.
Yeah.
She's going to score well on this wave. She's run it long and she's run a bunch of turns on it, so that's pretty good. But it wasn't a big wave.
It was not.
Have the others got bigger in this set that's come through?
But sometimes it's good to, stay busy. Maria on a beautiful wave.
This is a low high wave.
Okay, ooh, little spin out. There is so much power in your sail when that gust comes in. But hey.
And there's Sarah Kenyon just waiting for a set wave coming up behind her. She might be lucky with this one building right where she is.
Absolutely.
She's positioned herself to pick one of these up, and she's choosing this one, it looks like.
Sarah's been sailing so well as well.
She has?
Yeah.
She's won the Junior 18 Champions in Geraldton earlier this year, and she's come second in the 4-star Margaret River event, which was a real big surprise. Very impressive. She's coming into her own.
Yep. You can see how she's fairly small, so she's just muscling everything to stay with that wave and get some aggression in the turn. I love it.
Big racing it down the line. I think she's on one of her smaller sails there, and she would handle those top turns with the obvious huge gusts.
Yeah.
She had to manage, right? There was, as you say, muscling it through. That was really strong, huh?
I think that must be kind of a 4.0 for her.
Oh, even less, I would say. I think she's got a custom 3.6, and that might be it. I don't know.
Would be just really tricky to make it out on that small little sail, but hey, there's Jane. Is she making it in front of that?
She sure is.
Yeah, she is.
There we go. All right. Okay,
yep.
Jane, let's watch you strut your stuff here.
Proper
Strong
wave.
Wind, logo, building up.
Jane style, going late. Whoa.
Beef.
Sick. What a beautiful wave. I mean, at least you, even though if you're not quite, that's a good timing.
She's playing it smart.
Yeah. But it must be a good visual for her being on that wave.
Oh, it would be exciting. So she's going to get a bit of a reform here on the inside, but she's going to. She's pulling out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What you see is because there is that second end session after the wave. Oh, by the way, let's talk about that later because Maria's on a proper wave.
Clean.
Very nice. Nice turn.
She's got a clean face.
Hey.
Oh,
we cannot pan out on that. Yeah, we're going back in. Yep. Perfect. Go, Maria. Stay with that wave, and she's kicking out.
Pulling out there. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jane had the better run of those two waves. She's stronger on the turns and more critical.
Yeah, and Jane really stays in the pocket. You could see her bottom turning when the wave was already so built, like she's not afraid to go late.
Yeah, and that was classic Margaret River stuff, wasn't it?
I know. And then that was just this fast runner. You can see some of the base barreling right now. So yeah, the only thing you can do is outrun it and stay with it, which is still more of a thrill than having like a small wave and then you can do maybe one or two cut pads. That was probably one of the better waves we've seen for today.
It was the most beautiful wave we've seen today, I think.
Yeah.
It's 4:36 p.m. now. The sun's getting lower in the sky. It's starting to come into our eyes here. Luckily, we've got some hats on to protect ourselves. But that means this heat started at 4:30 because every heat's starting on the half hour.
Yeah.
And we're 6 minutes into this heat. So we've already seen quite a lot of action.
We have.
Here comes Jane again.
Yeah. Jane is like, nobody is out. I'm just going to collect.
This is the best.
One heat of the day. I'm going to make the most. Boom. Nice little turn there under the lip.
She's got a double up wave. I think she's pulling out of that one, is she? There's so much spray.
And there's something behind it.
Yeah.
See, even the tower is moving.
Wow.
To get this shot.
The tower is shaking.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, okay, that wave wasn't one of the good ones.
But still, like, I think she had already 4 or 5 waves.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Which is a
young
joy.
Sarah Kenyon. Geraldton local. Beautiful little sail there of the Severn. Ben having made that custom for her, I believe. I think that's the one.
Yeah, nice. Sarah, nice turn.
She was a great grommet surfer when she was younger, and she decided to come into windsurfing, and we are grateful for it because look at her.
That's a beautiful wave. Go, Sarah. Awesome. That was great surfing style. I really like her fast top turn connected to the wave.
That was an excellent top turn.
Yeah,
well done. And that, in considering how difficult that wave is, obviously to read today.
Absolutely, and I think it helps her because she loves surfing.
Yeah.
And so she knows, like we've been surfing, if you run away from the wave, you're gone. And with windsurfing, with your sail, you can play around where you want to be. But surfing, you've got to be in the pocket, you've got to be in that zone. So for her to put 2 and 2 together, I mean, what a potential for the future with her.
Look at these boats out there. They're all the village boats with everyone on them with their gear. And they've been sitting out there watching the action. They were sailing from those boats before. So everyone sails from the mainland out on these boats with their gear obviously packed up.
Yeah, about an hour ride, yeah.
They rig on the back of those boats. And then they jump off and go sailing. And they unrig the same way in reverse. It's pretty interesting to watch it all. Look at that.
All right. Maria's getting back upwind. Jane is right there.
Wow.
Got my Dutch Hawaiian buddy Bart de Zwart just jumped on the tower. They're out here with their boats, doing tours with tourists.
The Kanaha Kai Originals.
Yeah, for sure. I've been texting with his wife to say maybe I'll see you guys. All right.
Bart just coming onto the tower there, but
yeah, maybe we should get him in the booth.
We should. He's a bit of a legend in many ways. Here comes Jane Seaman. Speaking of legends, she's picked a little wave. Has she got one that's going to run this time?
Absolutely. Nice setup. See that setup under the lift.
Look how deep she is.
Yeah, taking a little bit more of a chance. Later in the heat, bam, second one.
Wow.
Love it.
Wow.
Nice third little. It's kind of that moment where you're like, do I turn? Do I keep it going? Because she probably saw this was happening down the line. So to maximize that wave, she couldn't really spend too much time on that third turn because you need to keep your speed up.
She's got to make sure she doesn't get closed out by the one behind.
Exactly.
That's another thing to watch.
That's what I've seen yesterday too. I saw her like kind of at the end of the wave, like race downwind. You're like, whoa, are you going back to the channel? But then any of the bigger waves are not going to crash on you because
you need to have a lot of wave awareness out there to know where things are, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
All right, that's
Maria on a little inside one that she's coming upwind on. She's going to hope it grows, and it is.
Yeah. Oh, looks like a nice wave.
Here we go.
Boom. This tower is shaking.
Oh, she's just lost the top turn on that one.
Yeah.
I think that was a double up wave and made it a bit difficult.
Exactly. It was hard for her to do anything with that.
No. But she's, not daunted. Just turn around, get out, and get another
Exactly.
one. So everyone's on the hunt now for the clean waves. There are clearly some of them have a double up wave component with this second swell that's dying when the other one is building.
Yeah, and it's a nice time of the heat. Everybody had something on the board. So now, I mean, I can already tell Jane has some waves on the scores, a couple scores on the board. So she's getting a bit more cheeky, going deeper, taking a little bit more risks. So I would say that probably counts for all of them.
We need to get the results out to the other guys. So you carry on the commentary. I'm going to go and do that. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, you can ask Bart to come join us if you want. All right, but I'm happy the wind is up, stays up, because I was getting a little worried with everything starting so late that maybe the wind was going to drop, but thankfully it has not. Maria is coming back for more. Setting up, waiting for it to get more steep. Now Dot's particularly nice. Bottom turning. Nice power turn. I like it. And what's happening? And kicks out. Yeah, probably the rest of that wave. She may have seen a big closeout section, or maybe go back to at least have another good one. Maybe get a little bit more cheeky on the next ones. It's so easy to talk about it when you are sitting on a chair and looking at a screen, and it's a total other thing when you're out there and you have to make a call when the wave is forming. You're welcome to put the headphones up. We have Bart de Zwart next to me. We'll see him in the screen. Sarah, or is this Jane? Jane is on a beautiful wave. Look at that, mast high. Phew. That's what she likes. That's why she's here. Nice. That's what someone looks like she's surfing that, right?
Yeah.
So Bart, you had many sessions out at Cloudbreak yourself?
No, we just got in a very little time ago, and this is the first time we had some waves here. Last week was very little.
Very flat.
It's challenging, huh?
It's so challenging. That was Sarah on a wave. Bart was talking about coming up to Cloudbreak. She was having a nice section, but she also got that offshore wind blown out the back. Because you guys are sailing around here, is the wind picking up at night, or
no? Normally it goes down.
Yeah.
And it picks up in the morning, sometimes early, sometimes late.
Yeah.
But it depends very much if there's trade winds. Right now there's trade winds.
Okay.
And
trade.
Everything is a little different. The last 10, 12 days there were not much trade winds, so it was a very different pattern.
Yeah, it seemed like the first morning I was here was still really quiet, really glassy, and this morning I could already tell there was quite a bit of wind. Texted with your wife Dagmar, who was also saying the winds are strong, the currents are strong. So yeah, the pattern changed maybe.
Yeah, now we have like good trades and a good swell. Everything is lining up this week. It's amazing, actually.
Right. You're trying to get out there before noon tomorrow?
Yes, I will.
Yes, nice. Nice. That's an inside South Park joke. The nice. All right, we got Jane setting it up. It's nice. Jane and Sarah have two different sails, so it's easy to distinguish between the both. And Jade's going quite late again. What do we got? Nice top turn, steep section, going around it. Good turn. And Jane kicks out. Alright.
Yeah, the challenging thing here is also that the waves breaks in sections, and sometimes you set up somewhere and you're a little late for the next section, and then you get caught out.
Yeah, I was very surprised yesterday about that split wave kind of feeling, because in my imagination I always see one perfect line, but it's not one wave. There's actually more lines, and yeah, as you said, that the wave is split up, and that's why you can see some of these people are. Oh, there's Sarah on a beautiful wave. Whoa, big wind gust. Trying to Nice second turn. Nice, Sarah. Going for a third here. And what is this? Yeah, she kicks out because the next sections, as you talked about, you can see it closing out on the bottom of our screen.
Yeah, and a lot of those who are windsurfing here right now, they're not, this is new for them, this wave. So
yeah,
they're still getting used to it, and you see that they're a little on the safe side.
Yep.
Because if you mess up here, it's you get damaged, and you can break yourself, and you can break your equipment.
Exactly, and you probably know the tide better than I do at this moment, but it's definitely going down.
Yes.
So we're on that fragile edge of you can still be on the reef, yes or no. I think it's not quite deadly yet. I think we see Maria. Beautiful bottom turn. That is one of her best waves so far.
Yes.
In terms of setting up a powerful bottom and top turn. That was beautiful ride. Unfortunately, there wasn't more of that, but that was great. Great sailing.
Yeah, it's also the reason why they cut out pretty quick, because if you get inside too much and you get stuck with no wind, you end up on the reef, and it's a whole extra.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it.
No. Ooh, Jane. Wow, that
Very
new
nice
swell
wave.
is moving in as Jane is in the water, I feel. She loves it. Oh my God, she's having a heat of her life with so many waves, no people, plenty to choose from. All right.
She has to race the last part. She really has to race down the line just to make it.
Oh, trying to get a little air there. Not afraid to get some lift, Jane. I remember from way back in the day, we're probably 97, there was a back cover and somebody doing a sick aerial. Turns out it was a woman, and it was Jane. I was like, you're my hero forever. And she's still charging. That's impressive. For some people, it's their lifestyle.
Yeah,
right?
It's surprising also for me to see that most of the windsurfers they use quite a small sail. I call it Hokipa style.
Yeah.
Not planning to go out, but on the way in, it's perfect handling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a choice. Exactly. A lot of guys, when I'm like, "Oh, is it too light?" and they're on the same size sails as I am.
Exactly. Yes.
And they squeeze out to just surf the wave with as least possible resistance.
Yeah.
And it's definitely that personal choice. I like a little bit more wind. You can still.
Yeah, I like to be powered too. But it's also if you're very comfortable in the waves, you can go a little smaller and it's a choice.
Absolutely.
But the wind did come down a little. It was up to 27 knots before. Now it's up to 22.
Okay. And then you have the occasional weird evening Hail Mary gust, right? Yeah. Keeps it interesting.
Yes.
I mean, we're still at the world's best, I mean, if it's all easy canvas, easy conditions, it would be nice, but you can really tell people are getting tested.
Yes.
Do you have a windsurf rig with you on the boat?
No, I used to have one, but
Bart.
Yeah, no,
Come on.
I actually took it off because it takes quite a lot of space.
It does.
It's not everywhere like this.
No. That's right.
There's a lot of place in the world where it's just too light for windsurfing.
So you wing foil a lot instead?
Yeah,
or?
wing foiling.
Yeah. And then stand up.
Stand up for the workout, wing foiling for the fun of the waves.
Yeah. Let me see. I have a little bit of sun block here. Nice turn. That was Sarah. It's a nice little hack, and then that was it. Well, as you said, Bart, maybe a little safe to not maybe chase it all the way down. We can definitely see that Jane's style is she's riding longer waves, maybe takes more risk, but she's definitely maximizing the entire wave. And Marie and Sarah, they have good start of the wave, and then they take the strategic choice to.
Is anyway not too much to gain in the last part of the waves, because
Yeah.
it's smaller. You don't get much points.
Exactly. Not too much points
No.
added to it.
Except if you can do a big aerial, but the best part and the best points are in the beginning of the wave.
Exactly. And it's the hardest to commit to that first bottom turn, that first top or that first hit. That's what you see in all of the sport. If you commit to that first, that's where most of the points, once you're down there, there's nothing to gain. If you do a kind of a careful turn in that first bit and you can still go hard in the end, that's not where the big points come from. I mean, it feels good to finish big, but
Yeah, no, most of them, they don't have a lot of gear with them, and here you cannot get anything, so
true.
it's better to play it safe and
Yeah.
have gear for tomorrow.
Well, the thing is, this is the first female women final. We have every day a final, so that's a really good point that you're making, because there's more to gain. We have bigger conditions on tap, and it's gotta last.
Yes.
Yeah. Little insight of Maria's gear experience. We'll wait for her to ride. Okay, come on. Get up there. Nice. And then it's getting into the second part of the wave.
So you're still waiting for the wave to set up a little.
Exactly. And as little wind as you see, they're going out. How much wind is there on the wave?
Yeah, once you have
It's total deceiving.
the apparent wind on the wave, because you have so much speed on the waves, you get the apparent wind, and
Yeah. We saw in the first heat of the day, like guys were getting flown off the wave and
Yes.
doing somersaults because that apparent wind was kicking in. And
it's not perfectly side shore today. It's very much offshore.
yeah, it's even harder.
So on the top of the wave, you get blown off and blown up.
Yeah. Yeah, very tricky. I think we have Jane setting it up. Yeah, talking about gear, we launched off the boat yesterday, and we had one of the boat captains was trying to help, but they're not windsurfers. So Maria had a little crash on the tail of a board, and we got it patched up, but yeah, not stoked when that happens before the comp is on. So I think this is Sarah. A little pre-turn.
Waiting.
Yeah, she's waiting. She's like, I want to
there
be
she
in the
goes.
right part of the wave. Nice. Surfing it. All right. Kind of making sure to not get clipped by that
Yes.
next wave. Yeah,
Big, nice, white.
exactly. And there's Jane. Yes. Little turn under the lip. I was like, is she gonna hit it? Because we know Jane can do that very well. Quick little sip of tea here.
Do you also have
Yeah, we're sitting here with our headsets, and we hear everything everyone says.
Yes.
And so when you are having a conversation and you're trying to focus on what we're looking at, and then you hear four people talk,
Exactly, yes.
you're like, what's going
I
on?
was just curious if it was the same for you.
He was like, am I the only one dealing with this? No. It comes with the job part. It's like,
Yes.
focus.
It's hard to concentrate. But
Exactly.
it's amazing that we're sitting out in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of a reef, far away from the coast.
From anything. Yeah, it's
The whole setup here.
It's so incredible.
All the electronics, all the cameras.
It feels quite special. I've
Yes.
been taking photos and some videos of the crew, like making it happen, and we did some test runs. We have the drone is almost up and flying. Paul van Bellen, he's the master on the drone, and here's the master of the wave ride, Maria. That was a good turn. Staying with that wave. Hopefully, it's not running away from her. looks like a nice wave. She is on a new board sponsor. You can always tell it's Maria. She's on the pink boards. I forgot the name of it. The sails we all know, of course. The hot sails. You used to be on hot sails.
Yeah, well, I
still am.
Still am.
Yeah, you should if you bring them.
Yes.
But honestly, I mean, I do different water sports. So do you. Like, you're now into the wing foiling and stuff. But once you get on a good day windsurfing,
there's still nothing better.
Nothing compares.
No.
Right? I mean,
and I still windsurf in Maui if the conditions are perfect or nice.
if they're perfect, you're not.
Well, that's the thing. Yes, if
Yeah.
there's big waves and nice wind, yes, there's nothing better. So that's the day to go windsurfing.
Yeah.
Sarah's
kind of cruising on this wave, not really seeing anything she likes that much to turn into or to set up, but it was still a nice wave nevertheless. And she's had more, so if it's not really setting up, the same for Jane, if it's not something that you really like, there's not much point at this point in the game.
And just wait for the
Yeah.
Especially, that's the big thing for me between windsurfing and wing foiling. Getting upwind is a lot harder.
Yeah.
And so you have to make the good choice. You have to, if you get a good wave, then use it, but don't go on a small one and lose all your height and
exactly
go all the way upwind again.
Use it, don't lose it.
Yes.
Yep. And so you mean with wing foiling, it's easy to come upwind.
Wind foil, yeah.
So
wind foil is so easy. So
yeah,
it doesn't
really
matter
so much. Yeah. Seems like the back noise. You can put one ear a little bit away, so it's better.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I had my one summer off doing a little bit of wind foiling, and then I had the opportunity to order a custom board, Quattro, and that made me fall back in love again with windsurfing. That I'm like, what am I doing? Cooking it here. Well, and I'm not like you on a boat where like wing foiling, if that's the thing that would be super fun, I would be probably doing more of it, but maybe I've just gotten all stoked on windsurfing again.
How far are we in the heat?
We are actually the heat's over.
Yeah, that looks like that's why she's
well, Bart, thank you for sitting in.
Yes, you're welcome.
Super fun.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, I was wondering, am I going to see Dagmar and Bart? Because I knew you're in Fiji on your boat, but I also know you guys are busy. So I was like, I'm not going to be pressuring you guys. And I said to Dagmar this morning, maybe I'll see you guys. And now we're sitting here. So that's
it's funny how many people you actually know in the windsurf world. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, the Bernd and the Morgan and the Antoine. Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, if you have to do a prediction about this last heat, 1, 2, 3.
Oof. I only saw half of it, so
I would think, looking at the type of waves, I think Jane was more dominant in her wave selection.
She was also a little tighter in the ball. I think a little tighter to the breaking part of the wave.
And then it's tight between Sarah and Maria, I would say. I'll go check it out who actually did win. But I thought Sarah had a couple really nice turns earlier in the heat. Maria came up really good before. And I think 5 o'clock we are already on with the last heat. So we need to get our stats up here. Really hoping this system, because we have, that looks like this is the challenger round from the last heat, and I really want to know who this is. It looks like Weststruck George, and I'm gonna see if we can get Simeon on here. Hey Amanda, is Simeon around? Thanks. Yeah. Simeon, Aussie sailor. He knows a lot of the crew. These are the new peeps. Normally we have the names, the timing, the scores in the screen, which is obviously a big novelty.
It's a new system, I heard.
It's a new system, but we have a little technical difficulties with the technical, with a couple of the overlaps. That's why I normally see how many minutes are left in the heat, who's in front, so everybody who's watching already knows the results. Right. We're doing our best. It's improvising, right? When you have a challenge, you do your best. When you're on the boat, something breaks, you fix it as well as can, and then you get to shore and then you take care of it. I mean, that's life.
Yeah, it's MacGyvering.
Yeah. So I guess I'm a little MacGyvering in the announcement here. But that's definitely the... I remember, I think Peter Poole with the Severn. No, Peter is duotone, so I'm not good at that. It could be either Jason. I know. There's definitely John and Jason in this heat, and then there's the first two guys of the first heats, Malta, and the third person not coming to name right now, but yeah, we got Simeon coming back on the tower, releasing Bart.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
So we got a nice wave going on. Ah. And that's a Severn.
Oh,
so
look at that.
I know.
Johnny Price.
That is Johnny. I was just gonna say, like, we have John and Jason in the fleet, and I think we have the George Westra, like.
Yep.
And thanks, jeez.
Look at that. Go, George.
Yeah. Mate. Did we see the end of that ride, or?
Just the end of it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to write this down.
You can see he pulled in, just fell in the water there. That's indicative of the gusts and the wind just dropping suddenly. So it's gusty, it's offshore, it's the end of the day, it's classic wave sailing conditions in a really great spot. All of these guys are very, very good, and they're all going to be trying their hardest to get
Malta,
this winning position, which
Michael.
will help them rejoin that Challenger final.
Exactly.
It's going to be hard.
It was cool. The women were over, and I think it was George or Michael. He
George
came
Michael.
in. Yeah, George Michael. He just came in with with a force.
Yeah.
That's what they.
Look, George is a really, really strong sailor, and he'll have been upset with himself for not getting a better score and not doing well. And
of course.
It's good for him. Like, he's regrouped. He's pulled himself, into this powerful headspace.
Yeah.
He's going for it.
I think so. That's what I saw at the beginning of the heat, and I was like, "Whoa, we got a little powerhouse back in there."
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So we'll see what happens, but that's exciting to see. Now we've got the heat started at 5 o'clock. It's now 5:04 p.m. We've had a few technical difficulties with which everyone's going to be picking up on, obviously.
Yeah.
But we are forging ahead. It's just the day one. We're getting our sea legs out here on this big, wonderful tower. It's really windy today, and we've got a lot of stuff going on with all technical bits and pieces.
Well, sometimes you need to get the kinks out of the cable.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can say it. We wish it was different, but it's still pretty freaking great.
Oh, look, it's going to turn out to be terrific.
I mean, we're here on the tower. We have conditions. We have wind. Everybody is so psyched to be here.
Oh,
I mean, it really is the dream.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
We're going to be pulling the highlights from today, and we're going to be creating a really concentrated video. But for now, we'll focus on this final heat, and then we want to make sure that we've just had a bit of a briefing about all the bits and pieces that we're going to be doing well for tomorrow. But it's exciting to see which one of these guys is going to make it through.
Yeah.
That's what I'm focused on. I'm trying to work out whether it's George because he can turn it around in his headspace
Absolutely.
and just start tearing it to pieces.
Yeah.
Or whether it's Johnny, who's got the experience out here, whether he's going to be the one that takes it out. I think I'd have to think those two are my front runner options for it.
On the Severn boards
Johnny
and
there.
sails. That's Johnny?
Yeah, he's on a little wave, but he's got, every wave's got potential. Let's see.
Is he going to go for an air or just
he's too slow at the moment. He's slowed down, but here we go. He's got speedy inside section in the last bowl. speeding up. He's going
Boom!
to go for it.
Aye! That was a good little goiter attempt.
Bold move, Johnny. Bold
Yeah.
move.
Bald eagle.
Okay. All right, he's swimming after his gear. That offshore wind's blasted away from
Yeah.
him. All right, well, that was...
But I think they're all probably feeling it, you know? Like, this is that challenger, the last heat to make it, or you make it or break it for
Totally.
yourself.
And it's a big deal whether you get to sail in day two, whether you're part
Absolutely.
of the seeding round,
yeah.
you know?
And they're still young guys in the sense of, like, they want to go,
They
you
wanna
know?
go.
And it's like a dream to get back here tomorrow.
Here he goes, Johnny, on his little inside wave,
It looks like, is that...
fishing his way through. That's
Oh,
it. That's
look,
his turn.
nice
He really
replay.
gave it a
Yeah,
shot. Look at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Good
It was
for you.
rotating. I mean, how can you not fly out of the back? It's, but that's probably why he took this wave. And, you know, from our perspective, it's like, why would you go for that? But he could see something was lining up at the end.
Yeah, well, Johnny's
the end
got that
ball, so to
long-term
speak.
experience here, doesn't he? So he would have seen.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, the ocean hasn't been throwing up that many options, and I mean, the seasoned professionals. If you had sort of Morgan out there, whose classic play is to just sit and wait.
Yeah.
He'll just sit and wait. He'll just chill out. He's not in a rush.
He's never in a rush.
No. And these guys, you know, they're at a really big World Cup event. It's a Challenger World Cup.
Yeah.
It's 4-star, but it's, you know, it's a lot of pressure for them. It's a lot of excitement for them. And I wonder if the pressure gets to them.
Of course. I mean, I was just going to talk about that with Michael, with George Michael. Because sometimes you're a really good sailor, you have so much experience, and all of a sudden this is your moment to shine, to make it, or even to do your best. And there's so much insta pressure
Yep.
that it can totally choke you.
It really can. Happens to everybody sooner or later, you know.
Yeah.
But-
And then, I even recognize it, you know, like sometimes to listen to that feeling of when is it a good time to catch that wave, or your mind saying, you better take this. You know, like it is that, and the calmer you are, and like you're saying, like Morgan always sitting there to chill, because he trusts, he knows. So obviously is in a routine of competing, which helps. But yeah.
I mean, as a call, if you were out there, you've done a lot of competition in your time. Would you have been waiting for these waves to come, or would you have taken some of these smaller ones and picked up a smaller score? What strategy would you have?
My strategy for 27 heats, 27-minute heat,
Yeah.
I would have waited for a wave.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like the smart strategy.
Yeah.
Especially because taking the small ones frequently means they miss the big ones. I mean,
You do it when there's barely waves coming in, or there's very little time, and you want to get something on the board. But if this is now screwing it up for you to make it upwind and set yourself up for a set wave. But sometimes there's some people are like, I'm kind of jittery, I want to stay busy.
Someone just went up and down.
Oh,
Someone went
that
for an
was
aerial.
maybe George
That's Jason.
or Jason.
Mr. Jason
Was
Juretic
that-
in his bright red orange sail. I think he just had a big crack at an aerial. We just caught the end of it.
Oh, bummer. I was talking about that. Or talking through that, actually.
Look how
Apologies
offshore
there.
that is. Oh my goodness. That is blowing offshore, tearing the top off these waves now.
Yeah.
It's blowing them, it's crossing side. But okay, out there we got Johnny Price letting himself into position.
Yeah.
He wants another set, doesn't he?
And you can see the white caps, and then you can see how fairly slow he moves.
Yep.
That's how, but Bart was talking about the apparent wind.
Yeah.
So when that all comes together and funnels off the wave.
Yeah. And it accelerates up the wave,
Yeah.
which means when you get to the top, it's at its peak, and then it blows itself out at the top.
Oh, we got a rescue for that last little.
Is that Jason?
Oh yeah, I think that.
I think that might be Jason Juretic in the water there. Haven't got a good close-up on him. But
Yeah.
I think it is.
You were right.
And we got Vince there from Hawaii, the legendary water safety man.
Yeah.
He's very, very good at this, and we're glad to have him. Thanks, Vince.
Absolutely. It's like the whole crew.
Yeah.
It's like an event exists out of so many parts, so many people.
And here comes Johnny, I'm from Ireland, Price. Oh, he's under the lippies.
Yep, that keeps it going.
Gosh, that was complicated because
Yeah,
he had lots of wind, and then suddenly it looked like he had nothing.
exactly. We're just talking about that wind funneling up the wave and how much wind there is, and it looked like he was kind of starving for a little bit of wave.
I think he's caught
Wind.
a wave that has 3 waves throwing itself at the center. Oh, dear.
Yeah. Oi, was
My
that the
goodness.
reef catching
Yeah,
him?
maybe. Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
that was looking so good, wasn't it? for him?
Yeah.
And then it just got really challenging. He's standing.
Well,
on
and
the
that's
reef
the
there.
other thing also, catching a smaller wave, it breaks so much closer to the reef as well, so it's also a bit of a risk that you take.
It's a big risk.
It sounds like easier, safer in a way, so less consequence, but actually in this case there is a bit of consequence.
Well, and no one's getting hurt today, which is we're grateful for that because it's not quite that sort of crazy size. But the risk is that you get stuck on the reef, and you get caught up in the mishmash and the backwater of the things that are going on the backwash, and you get thrown off. And once you're off, there's Jason sort of pulling himself across the reef.
Oh
Poor
my
bugger.
gosh, legend, walking on that.
There's his gear waiting for him, all in one piece, thank goodness.
So I think this hour of the day, that would be really hard to even sail off it.
You could, but boy, you'd have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hope. Aussies are tough, I have to say, but it's not in favor for anyone. I mean, I saw Jaeger Stone, like, I don't want to say jog on the reef, but
He pushes.
even with Jane, like when I feel like I'm so careful, and they just walk and stomp over it.
Jason
So
took a big dive there to grab his gear before it was washed away, so he didn't want to have to keep walking on that reef. But
yeah.
all right, out there we've got Peter Paul on his duotone. Oh no, sorry, I'm sorry, that's a Severn. Apologies.
Yeah.
That's Jane, is it? And Sarah. They must be waiting for the end of the heat so they can have another blast.
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course they are. It's 5:12. We're 12 minutes into this heat, just over 12 minutes, and we're at the halfway mark.
Yeah. The other thing is the riders pay for their ride out on the boat. They're out here. There's still wind and waves.
Yeah, milk it.
Just maximize,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm going till dark.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless they get back to their boat, which could be an option, but I think they know the timing.
Well, we've got our water safety bin there. That's Ian Muller, who is our event director, our fearless director, standing on the ski on the foreground. He's directing traffic amongst the safeties.
Right.
Great friends with Vince, and they've known each other a long time.
That's
All
so
right.
cool.
Look at that wind. It's gone very gusty now. Sarah's
Yeah.
sitting out there waiting. But we want to get back on the action. Look, another jet ski out there.
Yeah, it looks like we're peeking into the channel at the moment.
Yeah.
To see who's waiting. We probably want some more action upwind.
There's nothing up there to watch.
No.
That's why the cameras are watching Sarah down here. All the main people in this event have been washed in, and they are all struggling to get back out at the moment. They've all had a big push.
Yeah.
So at the halfway mark, we've managed to wipe out the entire field,
Oh my gosh.
but they'll get back out there. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those moments that Cloudbreak has gobbled everyone up. Shish Kebabs is dealing with them one at a time.
And that's also the natural jitters that you can have with this place, because even talking about it with Bart, it's really hard to read. And when we have the camera on the waves and you see, especially like I think tomorrow we're going to see even another tier of experience and level and ripping that.
Yeah.
It almost feels like it's so easy to be out and
it's a lot like the WSL in the sense that when you look at a whole bunch of really, really good surfers and you think these people are incredible, they're ripping, like these East Coast sailors, the West Coast sailors, they're ripping.
They are.
And then you see the best in the world and you go, oh, right.
Yeah.
There's that level.
There's that level. Yeah. There's definitely a change in level, and I feel the top of our top is so incredibly good.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they throw themselves into it full time. I mean, obviously that's a huge factor,
Yeah.
and other people can't quite do that. Even the most talented people who have to have lives and jobs and things like this. There's Jason.
He's
at the
all
base
right.
of the tower. G'day, George.
Throwing a shack
Oh,
out.
that's George.
Yeah,
That's
see, it is George.
You were right. Oh dear me, look at that. Poor old George walking the reef.
Oh my God.
Walking the reef. Look at that. My goodness.
It hurts me. It hurts me to look at this.
Look, he's all right. He's having fun. He's done this a lot of times. Sailed
I'm
out
sure.
Here. He flies over here whenever there's a swell from the East Coast.
He's
Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good on
Well,
you,
still,
George.
he's making it look good, right? He's
It's on
making
TV.
it look.
Can't be that bad. He's doing all right. What
All
a day.
right.
Look, we're getting the setting sun now. It's starting to really line
Yeah,
up.
it's a beautiful
We've got Johnny
day.
Price out the back. He's just managed to get himself all the way out there. and the waves are looking pretty clean coming through. So Johnny's still got time. It's 5:15.
He's almost got like 12 minutes left. Kinda.
Yeah.
That's enough.
11 minutes now. It just turned 5:16, but he's got enough time to get a couple of waves. He's just got to hope that the sets align with him. There's just been a set come through that he's just missed. He's just got himself out and over those.
Well, and the other fact is we don't really know exactly what points he scored earlier in the heat.
Right.
So he can have a great base in the bag.
Right.
And but with this amount of time, look at this pretty sunset coming up.
Look, let's play the guessing game. Maria. Let's play the guessing game. Because this is the position we're in. We've got these finalists. We've got Jason Juretic, we've got Johnny Price, we've got Michael Westra, George, and we've got Molt.
Malta.
Now,
I haven't seen Malta.
Molt has chosen to be out there photographing, which is one of his other passions. So
okay, that's the reason why he's not in here right now.
He's out there in the water shooting.
But it's great for him. He got a taste.
Oh yeah, he's a really good sailor, Molt. He's really, really good. He's been in our rankings for quite a while. He's done Danish events and all sorts of things. But this competition right now is going to be between Jason, Johnny, and George.
Okay.
AKA Michael Westra. Now George has just been washed in. Johnny Price is sailing. He's right there on the screen, in the middle of your screen, waiting for another ride.
Yeah.
And Jason has had, a mixed bag of results here. I would have to think that it's Johnny.
Okay.
If I'm going to play the guessing game.
You play the guessing game. I'm still holding on for George Michael.
Okay, George Michael it is then. Okay,
Yes.
we're going head to head. Your bet, my bet. How much are we putting on it?
Ooh.
Big money, big
money.
All right, well, Johnny's got a chance then. If you're right and George is ahead, but George is now on the inside of the reef, and whether he can get out or not, we don't know. But
Well,
Johnny is in the position to take some points.
Yeah, and I think Johnny maybe played it a little. Well, he went over the fault with that goiter, but I think that also could have given him some points because that was. It was still.
He wouldn't have got points for the, it's a failed attempt, but he might have got points from the sort of vibe of the thing.
Right.
The
There's a bit
judges
of a
like to
vibe.
see
It was
that
not a big
effort.
wave, though, I have to say.
No,
But he's waiting. He's stalling.
we've got some sort of
He knows
moderate
something
sets
is
coming
coming.
through. Whether he chooses to take these, they're
Exactly.
Not, it's not great.
There's the question, especially at this hour of the game in his heats. Don't go for the small ones. Is my
is he?
advice.
Yeah.
If you can,
If you can,
pick
yeah.
him.
But let's assume he's already got some scores on the board, and let's assume you're right and George is in the lead. He's only going to get it with a great wave, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a challenge, isn't it? That's
is
the
a
debate you're
challenge.
having in your head. Are you going to take a small one, maybe have a chance at 2?
Well, it seems, and also if the wind is kind of failing and
Yep.
it's hard to get back up wind, that's another factor.
Well, you made that point just as he fell in
Yeah.
from lack of wind. So
Yeah.
you're making a very good point. It is getting really difficult and gusty there.
Hopefully he can get back out, which looks what he's doing right now. Water starting.
Yeah, he should be fine. It's just it's on and off, isn't it? You just
Yeah.
fall in if you get in the hole. He's got plenty of wind to water start. He's just got to keep himself into position.
I was wondering if I saw a few surfers out there.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
few surfers have emerged and they've started they're on the fringes. I don't know if they're in the break yet. Are they in the lineup or not?
They're kind of in the lineup.
They are.
Probably waiting for that horn to blow.
Yeah, they're probably exactly.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Well, somebody's taken off as we speak. Oh my gosh, setting up under a little barrel almost.
Nearly barrel.
That's what we get to see. People
we
at
get to see
home
it.
are not seeing that right now. I'm
But
sorry. That
everyone
was
else is
still
looking at the
spectacular.
wonderful Sarah Kenyon.
Huh?
Everyone else is looking at the screen with Sarah Kenyon.
Yeah,
heading
exactly.
out.
Well, that's a good look too.
She's also, like the surfers, she's waiting for this heat to end.
Yeah.
Johnny is out the back. You can't see him on screen right now, but he's out the back just sort of hunting for a good set wave. He's
Yeah.
waiting for see what happens.
Well, and you can see it. You can see some little corduroy, couple lines on the horizon.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's...
Nothing obvious that's going to be a really winning set wave. The ocean's gone
absolutely.
kind of quiet.
Yeah.
It's just turned 5:20, which means he's got 7 minutes to go before the end of this heat and the end of our broadcast. We've got 3 minutes after the heat closes to close out the broadcast, where we thank all the fabulous people. But look, we're a lot of pressure on you, Johnny. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to all the sponsors making this happen.
Indeed.
And I'll let you take that away.
Well, we would like to thank, as always, our wonderful sponsors, FBC Sports,
Absolutely.
for being here, doing all our live broadcasting. It's very challenging out here in the middle of the water. And
they're
catching up on
amazing.
things. So good on them. Fiji Airways, flying out the team. Thank you very much, Fiji Airways.
Vinaka.
Vodafone connecting us to the world.
Yep.
Fiji Tourism, of course, all the smiles. Corona with the Corona Lounge, which really kicks off tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 4 p.m., right? Okay.
And then we got Fiji Surf Co. Our fearless leader, Ian Muller, who's our event director, has started up Fiji Surf Co. and helps people get out to the surf and the waves and the breaks. It's helped be
very helpful.
Pioneering in that. It's fantastic.
Priceless because we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. And then we'd like to thank GoPro for providing us, some cool stuff for all the media team and all the beautiful people of Fiji. Bula Vinaka, Fiji.
Bula.
Bula Vinaka.
Yes.
Now, we are, of course, just getting our sea legs out here. This is day one, and there's a lot of logistical challenges that are involved in this thing. So we had to deal with wind, we had to deal with swell coming up on the base, we had to deal with boats crashing, we had to deal with lost things.
There's always more things happening, even how well you prepare, how well you practice. We had a whole day out here yesterday on the tower. We had a couple hours to prepare. I mean, everything was working.
Yep.
And I talked a little bit about it with Bart. When you're on a catamaran and you're doing a crossing, you got to make do with what you have. When things happen in life and it's not your ideal picture, you gotta make do with what you can. So I think, regardless with that, we're doing awesome, and we brought great images to all the homes around the world.
We have got most of the problems solved. I believe all of the problems solved today, which is going to be great. So tomorrow we'll be back with the full live broadcast and the graphics and the live scoring. So that's
amazing.
All sorted. And Paul Van Bellen's going to be back with the drone. Very exciting. We've got that fixed up. That's going to be really fantastic. It's obviously the most dramatic part of our footage.
His footage. Well, the cool thing is, you will see the effect of the drone coming in tomorrow, and what a big part that's playing.
Yep.
Bye, Bart.
See you, Bart.
Be careful. Sorry. So that will bring you even more live to the action in the moment, and that will be actually a great stepping stone for the broadcast. So I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great.
And he's so talented doing that job. So can't wait.
I can't wait. Now, in the meantime, we're just waiting to see how we go. It's 5:23 here, which means we're 23 minutes and a bit into this heat.
Yeah.
It's a 27-minute heat. So we got 3 and a bit minutes left.
I know, and I see they're putting around, and there is another seep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at from here. There's still possibilities. You kind of want to...
They're running out of options, though, aren't they? I mean, Johnny's the only person left out there trying to get a wave. Everyone else has been sort of wiped out by the reef.
So, well, if he scores... And I see a little lump behind him, so if he could just kind of keep himself upwind so he can catch that lump, that would be really ideal.
He is coming to the inside. He's having a chat with the jet ski there.
Exactly. With Ian, huh?
I think so. Ian's probably offering him some kava.
Mm.
You want kava or another set?
Yes, no, I'll take a set.
Exactly. Every
kava
time.
later.
As you said,
there it looks like something is jumping out of the water. That could be like a, I don't know. I hope to say a dolphin, but
a friendly fish.
Friendly fish.
Big fish.
Yeah, but something splashing.
No doubt friendly. Johnny's just jumping in the water just to check it out.
Exactly. Well, he had a story yesterday, wasn't it, Johnny?
Well, it was actually Duncan Osborne.
Duncan, yeah.
And his mates were fishing off the back of a boat. They hooked a shark, and Johnny was nearby, windsurfing in the water, and then the shark got off the hook. And
very
Duncan's
lovely.
Thinking, so my friends have made this shark angry.
Yeah.
And I'm in the water.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Sharks are not really interested in us anyways.
Not really.
No, it's not really your main... I mean, it's your concern when you take their fish. I remember being up north in Australia.
That's a whole different thing. Yeah.
And a bunch of guys were spearfishing and dragging a bag of bloody fish.
They don't like that.
Then actually they got into it with a bull shark.
Yep.
But other than that, there's so much fish here that...
Look, sharks aren't actually, they're certainly not after us as anything normal, but the spearfishing things, I mean, there have been 2 tragedies in Western Australia just recently, as I'm sure you've heard.
Right.
One in Rottnest about 3 weeks ago, and one just 2 days ago. Very, very sad, down in Albany.
I see a little wind gust, actually.
Yep.
That may be really fortunate. Where is George? Did he even...
George is...
he's probably... is he probably down there?
Oh, there he is. He is way downwind. He's got himself...
Unless that's Sarah.
With the boats trying to pick them up.
It looks like a pretty big sail. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
We have Johnny. He's the last man standing.
That's your guy.
He's waiting for this set wave, and I'm waiting to win my money.
I was gonna say.
I'm waiting to win my money. Whether he's in the lead now or if he's about to
Exactly. If he's not in the lead, then I'm hoping he's not catching that lead. But for him, I'm definitely hoping he's just finishing out his heat and the entire day with a beautiful set, beautiful wave.
There's less than 2 minutes to go to find one of these sets. I don't see one on the horizon. He's got some stuff right in front of him.
Yeah, no, he is.
He may have to choose this wave. This may be his only real option. There's not really anything upcoming.
Yeah, it's getting down to it now.
He's jibing. He's in light wind. Can he hold the jibe? Can he make it? Oh,
it's down.
Tick, tick, tick. Less than a minute. Less than a minute to go. It's not too late to get on something, but he's missed the chance of getting on those particular waves.
Yeah, and we're really counting down right now.
We sure are. We're in the final
26. So we have 3 more minutes officially, if it's not.
Yeah. Come on.
Go, Johnny.
Come on.
Isn't there a song? Go, Johnny, go.
Johnny, go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
We could appropriately play that song right now. I'm not saying Johnny owes me money if he doesn't beat George, but I'll have a talk to him. Here he goes. I think that he.
Yes.
Is he
get
on this in
on
time?
that.
Is he on in time?
Yeah, he's on it in time.
Maybe
27.
It'll be the head judge's call to say if he's on in time, but he's on a wave. Let's call this wave, and we'll see what happens with the scoring of it.
Yeah,
but
it would be
right
nice
on
for
the
him.
buzzer.
But it is right on the cusp. But he's excited and he's throwing out a beautiful turn, nice top turn.
Come on. He's here in the background here saying, our producer going, come on, JP.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Officially.
That's it, we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'd like to close out the broadcast with thanks for all of our people. And we say, once again, thank you very much to FBC Sports, our live broadcast partners here in Fiji and across the South Pacific. To Fiji Airways, thank you very much, Fiji Airways. Vodafone, Tourism Fiji, Corona for the Corona Lounge. Fiji Surf Co, thank you very much, Ian Muller, for organising it all and making it all safe. The GoPro people, thank you very much. And all the beautiful people of Fiji, Bulavanaka.
Exactly. And I want to say all the in-house crew who have been here like a couple weeks before the event started and rigging up the tower. And, of course, Mama Nature providing the elements to be alive.
And I'd like to thank the villages of Momo, Nabila and Tapanovo for allowing us to use the tower and for the WSL for building it.
Yeah.
And, it takes a village and we're all here working away doing things that help each other. So
Absolutely.
It's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Signing off. That'll do, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Bulavanaka.
What time do we start tomorrow?
12 noon.
12 noon. 12 noon Fijian time.
Ready to roll. Bigger and better. Faster. It's going to be
all
great.
right.
Good night, everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Sunset.